Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. I am coming to you today for more of a message that I'm getting from my guides and someone else's guides, that someone needs to hear this. You are not alone. Even when you feel like you're alone and you feel like you have no one, you're not alone. Just wait. Don't act. Don't do anything except wait. If you still feel like you can't hold on, after that waiting period, wait a little longer. Once you make that decision, there's no taking it back. So the reason I'm getting that someone needs to hear this message is because I had a lot of weird things happen yesterday. Things were going really well, and then the energy just really shifted. It was very like unbearable. Like holding on was just unbearable. And the more I just let go of trying to control that. But, that's not the case with everyone around me that can do that. So a person around me was kind of manifesting this energy that was going on yesterday. And I just felt this unbearable need to get in my car and drive around. And it was weird because I did not feel that until a certain point, and then I just couldn't stand the thought of not getting somewhere. And so I drove around, and this is getting later. This is after 10 o'clock in the evening. So I was settled in for the evening. I was actually wearing a nightshirt and some sweatpants, and I threw on my shoes and jacket and went for a drive, which I had no idea where I was going or why. And then I get to, I'm driving around. I don't want anything to drink. I don't want anything. I don't want to go to any stores. I just don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. The feelings were just so strong. And so I eventually I live near the ocean. So I went down to the ocean, and I was just feeling drawn to going to this one, I live on an island. So going off my island to the other adjacent land that's attached to the island. And my common sense was like, it's getting close to 11. I should not go into that dark area by myself. But I was really, really drawn to getting over to that bridge. And instead, I parked at the beach, got out, and I thought, I'll just, sit on a log and, ground myself. But instead, I was just pulled to walk towards this island, this other part of the island, this bridge. And I walked along the ocean. It was cold. And I walked until I literally couldn't walk any further because there was vegetation that was too thick. And I would have had to go into the ocean, and I wasn't going to do that. And so I just I was so frustrated. I tried sitting down, and then I started crying. And I was asking why, and I had no idea why any of this was going on. I'm like, wow, what is going on with me? Why am I feeling so despondent and hopeless, but also anxious and trapped? Why am I experiencing these strong emotions? So I just, I kept going to different parts of the shore trying to figure out what was going on. There were moments where I felt very calm and like I was really enjoying being out there. It was gorgeous. But then again, it would come back. This really just like trapped feeling. And so I eventually just sat, I meditated, and I just asked for what I was supposed to do there. And I sat and the moon came out for just a second. There was this heavy blanket, like almost a ceiling of clouds. And the area I was trying to go to was so lit up. And so it was like I was taking pictures of it. And I just didn't feel at ease. And so I eventually came home, but I didn't get to sleep until like 4:30 in the morning. And today I found out that one of the citizens of our city, our little island, had gone to that bridge yesterday afternoon, and before they could help him, he jumped, and it was a trigger warning, but they weren't able to save him. So I just felt this. I was like, oh, okay. Someone out there needs to know that you're not alone. That even if you feel like, I started pulling cards because I was just like, I don't even know how to make sense of this. And the first card that came out was the Eight of Swords, just feeling trapped. There was just, and then that was crossed with the Tower. And there was, the moon, I can, in family, and karma, which is judgment. This card came out. It's then the next tower. There were 2 towers in this. And there's people, exiting. I kept going further, and, this card came out, followed by the Devil. I get the feeling that this person felt so trapped. They felt like they couldn't get away from what was eating them alive, which they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't see a way out. And so the only way out they saw was this. And I one of my parents, my step-parent, unalived himself. And I wish more than anything that he could have known that if he had needed someone, that there was support here. And maybe someone needs to know that. If you have no family, if you have no friends, that's just for right now. That can feel like the end of the world. It can feel like there's no way out. But the choice to not be here anymore is permanent. And you may not think people love you, but every card I got for this for this man was two 10 of Pentacles. 2 of them. I didn't pull that many cards from the other deck, or either deck, and they came out twice. In this community, people saw this person as loyal and fiery, but this person couldn't deal with the emotions. Was the moon? It was covered. I mean, I know that around this time when the full moon's coming, it can feel, I mean, this is a drastic year for that time, because the moon is full on the summer solstice. There's a complete shift. The longest day of the year is the same day as a full moon, and it's in Capricorn. So this has to do with Earth. This is a huge change, a huge shift, and people are having a hard time with it. A lot of stuff is coming up from the past, and we can close our eyes and get really stuck in our thoughts, and that there is just no way out. But I just want you to know there are people here. There are people for you. There's numbers you can call. There are online communities. You can find an online community that will welcome you in. I welcome you here. I want people to know that they're not alone, that they're not carrying these swords. You know, this I usually see as a going off into a good direction away from this hostility, but this person is still taking these swords with them. And you don't have to carry all those swords by yourself. There is help. What I see from this is that we often forget that we are loved by more people than we can possibly know. That no matter what we've done, and I mean it, no matter what you have done, if you are truly sad about doing it, if you really truly want to live a better life, there are people out there that will welcome you in, no matter what you've done, no matter who you are. If you continue to do those things, that's the problem. But if you are truly ready to make amends, there is a way out. You may not have the same family that you grew up with. It may not look like this. Your new family might be quite odd. It might be expressed in a different way. It might look different. But stay here. Stay here. Reach out. I know this is more of a PSA. I just felt the need to tell someone, don't give up. Like, I wasn't planning on making a video, and I just felt really the need to say that to someone. I don't know if it'll help anyone, but justice isn't served when this happens. It doesn't make your family feel better. They are stuck. They are stuck always thinking that it was their fault. Always thinking that if they had done something different, if they had seen, they just won't ever get over it. And no matter what happens, our life is ever a cycle. When this is over, new life springs forward. I hope you always remember that you have to get through the judgment. You have to deal with your karma, your shadow side, to get to the world, to get on your new journey. If you stop here when you're in the middle of literal, like I just used this quote in another video, but it's true. If you are in going through hell, keep going. Keep going. Because if you keep going, you'll get out of this. Please remember that. Please, 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 please remember that. If just one person watches this and realizes they are not alone, that their family might look different, if they welcome that in, then I will feel like all this was for a reason. I really hope this person's family has peace eventually. And I really hope if somebody watched this video and it helped them, that would make me very, very happy. Your family will never, ever get over it, no matter what they did. Your friends will never get over it. People you don't even realize who care about you will never get over it. It will never. It will be something that they have to carry for the rest of their life. They will have to go through life with one more sword. I know that's not what you want. You just want the pain to end. You're not trapped. You're not trapped. No matter what happened. No matter what happened. No matter how much you feel like you're going to be seen as a bad person or wrong or something, you're not. Because in the end, you will still be alive. And you will have the opportunity to make a family, a life that works for you. Wow, that was heavy. I don't know what else to say. I just hope that that whoever needed to hear this hears it. Okay, bye.